Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you're new. Today we're in the Arca series here at Indianapolis. We are car number 8 out of 21. A lot of cars here. Hoping to get an okay starting spot. I don't know if I'm very quick or not, really, compared to these guys. The fastest time I ran in practice was only a couple times. I ran a 54, like, 1 something, like, barely in the ones. So I'll take it, I guess. But I just want to try to be consistent here, not wreck. Is the main thing. It's so easy to get loose coming off a corner. And these straightaways are very long, so you need to have a really good turn 4 and turns 2. 2 and 4 are the ones you really have to worry about. 3 and 1, you could have good corners, but it won't make you up that much time having a good 1 and 3. Let's try to have a good 4 here to get a good run. You get too low down there on the bottom, it'll get you looser a lot quicker. You got a little loose coming off, but it wasn't too bad. Try not to get sucked into the wall too, because I've done that a few times going into corners. Turn 1 is really loose to me. Going into 2 is a little loose, but coming off isn't that bad. And coming off of 4 is pretty loose. 3 is kind of fine, as I get a little loose there in 2. But 3 is like the easiest corner to me for some reason out of the 4. I don't know why. Like going into 4, easy. 3 is fine, as long as you hit it right. But I usually don't get very loose in 3, unless it's like coming right out of the pits on cold tires. 4 is a lot easier to get loose off of. I had a really good turn 4 there, it felt like at least. So we'll see how we can do the second lap. Your tires don't get worn out in qualifying, so we might have an okay second lap. We shall see. I ran a 0. Okay, that's the fastest time I've ran so far. I'm honestly surprised by that. And that actually felt like a really good turn 1. I thought my time would be in like the 2s or 3s, something like that. But since the tires don't wear out in qualifying, this lap might be better. I know people can run up into the 8s though, like they are flying, and I do not have that kind of risk at this track. I do not have the car control for that. Went a little too low on the entrance of 3, but wasn't too bad. Kind of want to keep my tires around that white line, not that far under. I got a little loose coming off, so it's going to hurt my straightaway speed. Most likely that first lap is going to be our time. I don't think this lap's going to be any quicker. Ran a 194. It's still not bad. I would have taken that if that was my lap. Honestly, that'd have me in the same spot right now, which is kind of funny. But I'm happy with a 0, like just under a 1. I will take that. That's the fastest I've been so far. I'm very surprised by that, because I even got kind of loose off a 2. I thought that was going to hurt my time a lot. But still, a lot of guys left to qualify. We are currently 5th. I'd be happy starting somewhat up here, but I know we still got a couple fast guys down here for sure, so I'll pick it up when we're getting ready to go green in the race. Alright, well, we fell down to 8th, so that's not great. I'd much rather be on the inside line, because starting on the outside is going to be tough. Because this track's mainly one groove right along the bottom. You can kind of make the outside work a little bit, but I don't want to burn up my front right at all, or just get loose out there. So I'd much rather be on the bottom. Knew there would be a couple guys that get up there from the bottom, because I didn't know the number 1 car, but he's number 1 car for a reason. I don't remember who else got by us. I think the 5th place. I think he was 8th on his first lap or something, and then went up to 5th on his second. But I'm happy with how I ran in qualifying. I'll take that. Hopefully we can have a pretty good race here. If you guys enjoy this kind of racing, like and subscribe, so that way I know you guys enjoy watching this. I'm trying to do a couple oval races a week, couple dirt races a week. They did fix Weed Sport, which is exciting. I'm very happy about that. I'll probably run the 305s this week now because of it. Either that, should I run the 305s at Weed Sport since they fixed Weed Sport, or would you guys rather see the World of Outlaw late models, like super late models at Knoxville? I like both of them, because Weed Sport's very fun, Knoxville's my favorite track, and they're just the super late models. In general, they just are. So they're fast as hell. But hopefully we can have a pretty good race here.
Yep,
No we don't. But I want to uncheck my fuel and stuff in case we get wrecked. Don't need to tear off either. Because you're not going to get any tires. If you get wrecked, at least just get the fast pair and get out. I'm kind of surprised they don't give people a set of tires. If they wreck and they want to take tires, why not let them? Or punish them for not unchecking them. Because it's going to waste a lot of time. And if they wrecked later, they could get the tires and actually do a decent job driving at the end. Instead of coming back out on the old tires. That might have been the reason they wrecked in the first place. But it is what it is. I remember that used to be the most annoying thing in this series. If you forgot to uncheck your tires and you wrecked, you try to go in, get a fast pair, and get right back out real fast, and then you're sitting there taking tires. So it was like a punishment that you forgot to uncheck them. Even though you were faster, but there's no cautions in this, so it doesn't matter. You already are out of the race anyways, but you probably lose more spots on track for it. But this is going to be an interesting race. Hopefully everybody gives each other room the first lap. Gets single filed out, because it will get single filed out pretty quick, I'm assuming. Hopefully we can get to the bottom pretty quick. Maybe the inside guy will have a bad start. Or the guy behind him will, something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But since NASCAR's not running the Brickyard, like the actual oval, anymore this year, they're going to the road course in, what, 3 weeks? I think, something like that. Because they're doing New Hampshire this week. They got Watkins Glen and then the Indy road course, I believe. Which Watkins Glen and the Indy road course is interesting back-to-back that they're doing that. But I kind of like it, but I'm disappointed that they got rid of the Brickyard. Like, just the prestige of the race is awesome.
Radio check, can you hear me over there?
Waiting for the leader. Pace car drops off. Leader went. Guy on the bottom did not have a very good start underneath us. I'm going to try to back off a little bit and get under. Just so I'm not stuck on the outside through that corner. I feel like it helped that I was able to see the leader. That guy wiggled really bad. Able to get by him, so we're already up to 6th. I'll take that. Need to have really good turn 2s and turn 4s, because if not, that's where we're going to get beat. Other than that, it's hard to pass in the short chute between 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. It's kind of hard to pass there unless somebody gets a huge wiggle. Or if they smack the wall, really, which can happen, for sure. But if somebody gets a wiggle off a 2 or 4, you're just going to get blown by and then probably stuck on the outside. You might have to back off, get back in line, if there is room like that. But I want to take it easy the first couple laps, not go super hard, not burn up the right rear, getting loose. And just have a nice race, because we're somewhat up front. I'll take that. These guys were super fast in qualifying. I want to say the top 5 were in the 8s. So the fact that I'm right here, I'm happy about that. Had a really good start. But the tire drop off at this track is tremendous. Like, literally within like 5 laps, you're half a second off. Like, it drops off quick. Got a little loose off of 4 there, hit the apron a little too hard while turning and hitting the gas. Want to stay off the wall a little bit just for now. I hate getting sucked into that wall. It is awful. Loose off of 1. That's going to happen. That white car went way low on the apron, but he didn't get loose from it. Sometimes you can go down the apron in 2 and 4 and not get super loose. 1 and 4 will really get you loose, it feels like. Not like where it just breaks you loose. It's just like once you hit the gas, you're going to be your back end's going to kick out. And I changed the fixed setup like actually a decent amount, a lot more than normal. because the fixed setup starts you at 10-to-1 steering ratio. I went up to 14-to-1 because I tried 12-to-1 like my normal, and I was just sliding around everywhere, losing it too much. So I changed it to 14-to-1 to try to have a little bit more steadiness on the steering. And then the steering offset was actually -4, and this is like one of the only times I've ever changed that. Stevie's gone. I know he's really quick. He must have gotten in a wreck. I just recognize his name from people streaming. He races a lot. I don't necessarily race him a lot because I don't do a ton of oval, but I know he races on oval a lot. Top 4 are just breaking away at this point. The draft doesn't mean too much. Like, you just have to do good in your corners. The draft doesn't really mean too much on the straightaways because it's not like the NASCARs where it just like will suck you all the way to the back of their car. It doesn't do that. These Arca cars don't do that. But yeah, the steering offset is -4 on the fixed setup. I changed it to -10 to try to keep the wheel more straight down the straightaways because it is pitched just barely to the right down the straightaways with the -4, and I just changed it to -10 to try to get it closer to the center offset because I just like on these long ass straightaways being able to hold the wheel pretty much straight. I have to hold it very slightly to the right, but a lot less than when it was at -4. And then the brake bias doesn't mean too much. I just moved it to 70. It starts you at like 68, just so I don't lock up the tires as easy, which you're not using too much brake here at all. Really just let it roll a lot at this track. They're starting to catch me from behind, or at least the 3 car is. He started on our inside and had a really bad start. Like, he just didn't hit the gas as quick. If I could finish about top 7, 8, like where I qualified, I'd be very happy. I'm happy with that finish because those guys, those top 4, absolutely gone. 5th place is still a few tenths quicker than me. Maybe like a tenth or 2 quicker than me a lap. The top 4 is absolutely gone. And then we'll see if we can hold off anybody else for the most part. Just try to run our line. I'm just surprised I'm not like around anyone really. Like, he is 1.3 ahead of me and I got like 0.6, 0.5 behind me. Got a nice straight run off of 4 there. Try not to get out and get sideways and hit the back end on the wall, because that will hurt. That will lose you a ton of speed down the straightaway. I feel like I'm better in 1 and 3 than I am at 2 and 4. Don't know why. Like, just for the short shoot, I feel like I'm good at that portion of it. But to get the run off for the long straightaway, I'm not as good, I feel like, as I need to be. That honestly might be where I'm like losing the most to these guys. 8th place didn't have a very good turn 2. I actually gained like 2 tenths on him there in that straightaway. And that's a lot down a straightaway. Especially off of 4. I'm not as good at 4. I'm okay at 2, not very good at 4. 3 car had like an interesting short shoot because I gained a tenth on him, but he gained a tenth back down the straightaway. He had a better 4. I had a really good 3 though. But we're not getting too loose. Happy about that. Only a 20 lap race, which 20 laps here is quite a long time, just because how long the lap takes. Car in front of us is starting to get real loose. He's starting to come back to us slowly. He might be trying a little too hard, trying to keep up with them, which he wasn't keeping up with them anyways. They're just so fast up there. Those top 4 are just like in a league of their own. I feel really good in 3 and 4. Like, I feel as confident as anyone can in 3 and 4, I feel like. It's just turn 4 is not great to me. Oh, we got a big gap back on 8th now, okay. 7th is sticking right at that 0.5, 0.6 on us. I'm starting to catch 5th place. If I could finish with the top 5 here, that would be amazing. Car pushed really hard going into that corner. You can kind of use the gas a little bit to kick out the right rear. because it does get a little loose, but you can kick out the right rear just enough to turn the car for you. You can see I lost like 2/10 in that short shoot to the 3 car behind us, but still starting to catch the 5th place. If you don't get all the way down on the white line, then you're going to lose some time in the corner. He might be loose off of 4. He got really low. No, he kept it straight. Okay. Had a pretty good 3 and 4 there, though. Caught him a 10. Got away from the 3 car by a 10. But the straightaway draft is going to help us the slightest bit, but not too much. The 3 car has it on us, too. 9 car went real high there. That's the same thing I did the last lap, and you can see how much we gained on them. Didn't have the best turn 2 though. I think I waited on the gas a little too long. 4th place is starting to fall off of them a little bit up there. Got a little loose there. 9 car is a little loose as well. But putting pressure on him, getting right to him, he might make a mistake. No, he ran that well. 3 cars starting to catch us though, because we're getting right up on the 9. I had to check up a little bit through the chute between 3 and 4 because we caught him a lot. I was hoping he'd go really high again, but he probably learned from that. I'm just really good. I'm a lot better in 1 and 3 than I am in 2 and 4, which is really unfortunate. I need to be better at 2 and 4. Oh, I'm sideways. That's going to lose me a little bit of speed. 3 cars going to catch us some down the straightaway. I also just let it roll so much through 1 and 3, and that's why I think I'm catching the 9 car so much. Like, I get on the brakes a little bit early, let it roll, and then try to slowly get in the gas and try not to get too sideways. And then on 2 and 4, I just kind of let it roll and then try to get back in the gas. 9 car sideways. That's going to give us a chance. We got a huge run on him now. I'm going to try to get on his inside. Don't overdrive it.
Still there. Clear, clear, clear.
These corners are so tight, like, to try not to come up off on... I can't speak. Try not to come up on somebody off the corner. Alright, 3 cars to deal with him now. I just need to keep running my 1 and 3s the way I am, because that's where I was really killing him. He just got so sideways off of 4, and I had a pretty good turn 4. I just need to continue to have a good turn 4, because I feel like that's my weakest corner. It's so easy to get loose off of 4 for some reason. It's just a little different than the other corners, or than the other side. Like, I feel more comfortable in 3 than I do in 1, but I feel more comfortable in 2 than I do in 4. Very confusing. It might just be like the visual cues I have going into the corners that help me more. I don't know. But you can see how much I pulled away there in turn 1. 3 cars back to a half a second behind us. We'll see if we can pull away from him, or he's going to keep that gap again. Because he started to catch us when we caught the 9 car, and then I pulled away a little bit when he had to fight the 9. I feel like I got off the gas real early there. That might have hurt me. I try to just point the car straight coming off the corner towards the wall and then get on the gas so I don't get sideways. That's like the main thing. I actually had a good 4. Okay. I got a 10th back on him on that straightaway. I try to go into the corner a little high at this point when the tires start to get worn out, so I can try to get a good straight run off the corners. Just to try to have the wheel straight coming off the corners mainly, so I can get back in the throttle, because the earlier you can get in the throttle, the better. And let's see if we can chase down 4th place, because he's fallen off of the top 3, well, the 2nd and 3rd. 1st place is gone. 1st place is just checked out from 2nd and 3rd at this point. 3 cars starting to catch us. He had a really good 3 there. Would love to get a top 5 though. Caught 4th place by a 10th there, but got caught by like 2/10 by the 3 car. But you really kind of fight the track more than other cars, it feels like, because you're really single filed out for the most part. You got to get a good run on somebody. Like, they have to mess up on the track to get by them for the most part. Because if we come off of 2 or 4 pretty even, then it's just going to be stalemate down the straightaway. Because you don't get too much of a draft. He still caught me at 10th there. I feel like I had a bad turn 1 though. Pushed really hard. Car pushed really hard. It was really tight for some reason. Through 3, that was the first time that's happened this race. He caught me another 10th there. He's definitely a little quicker than me, for sure. There's no doubt about that. I'm about even with 4th place at this point. Yeah, it's starting to get real tight in 1 and 3, like coming off those corners. He got all the way to my bumper, coming off of turn 1. Had a good 2 though. So he won't get by me that time. He could have probably went to my inside coming off of 1, but he might have lost it because the car is a little twitchy, like loose, coming off of those corners. So if he just would have completely turned it, it might have not went good for him, not sure. He had a really good middle of turn 4, but I just, he had to check up a little bit and I had the exit. Car just is getting too tight on me now. Not running as well as I need it to. Well, turning, I should say. It's not turning as well. Through the middle of the corner. It's just feeling a lot tighter, like the front right's going away. I think I need to just back up my corners to get a better exit. He had a good exit off 2 there. I let him have it. I'm not going to fight him going into 3. Race smarter, not harder. Because then I can kind of see what he's doing as well. And see where I'm messing up more at this point in the race. And see where I'm a little bit better than him at. Ooh, he got loose off of 4. The 11 car is starting to catch us now. He fell off really hard in the beginning, but he's starting to climb his way back. We only got 3 laps left. Try to back up turn 1 a little bit. Use the gas to kick out the right rear a little bit. Don't fly up into the wall. I was kind of following him too much and it almost put me up into the wall. Yeah, I think he just rolled that a lot more than I did because I got on the brakes a little bit going into 2 for some reason. Don't know why. That was actually really stupid. I usually just roll through it. Go right at the 1 marker going into 3 instead of a little bit beyond it because on the newer tires earlier, I was going beyond the 1 marker. Too low there in turn 4. Had a decent exit though. The 11 car is definitely catching us though. We're only got 2 laps left. He caught us by like 4/10 that lap. That was really bad lap. Very bad lap there. But he might have saved his front right more than I did. I wasn't even trying to go too hard. I was just driving the car. I wasn't trying to go too hard. I'm real interested to see the tire wear though. Because I feel like my front right is just demolished. Not as bad as last week. Because where were we last week? I forgot. Oh, I'm thinking of the Xfinity race. The Xfinity race in Atlanta, my front right was like 49 or something like that. It was awful. Yeah, he had a huge run there. He's getting really good exits. His car is turning a lot better than mine. I actually had a really good turn 4. Don't smack the wall. Cool. Okay, white flag. Might be able to hold him off. It's going to be tough though. Just might. Just try to have one good solid lap here. 3 car pushed up really hard off of 1. Ooh, loose off of 2. That's not going to help us, but we have a decent gap. Didn't lose too much speed. Yeah, there was no reason for me to fight the 3 car when he was trying to get by us, though. There was no reason for me to try to fight him. Because if I just would have been on that outside going into 3, he would have gotten by me anyways and just would have burned out my front right a little bit more. But actually had a good last lap, like really good last lap. If I could have ran that consistently, maybe I would have actually kept the 5th place spot. I'll take 6th though. These guys were really fast in this race. Started 8th, got a couple spots right off the start. Able to get 5th place there for a little bit. 1st place was absolutely gone. He was 2 seconds ahead. 3rd place really fell off that last corner, it seemed like. I think he got loose or something. I want to go back and see that because he lost a ton of time because they got spread out in the front stretch. I'll take 6th though. Car number 8 out of what, 21 it was, I think? Yeah, 21. I'll take that. That's nice. He was really loose, I think, off that last corner. Because what happened? He lost a ton of time to the guy in front of him. Because he wasn't that far back from him, but he finished 1.2 seconds back. I think it looked like he smacked the wall, trying really hard. Oh yeah, got a little sideways, smacked the wall. Guy behind him was coming though. He was trying to get to him. I don't think he quite was gonna get there. Maybe one more lap he would have been there at his bumper, but I'll take that. I'm very happy with how that went. We just ran a solid race from the beginning. Go back to the first lap real quick. Like you could see the 3 car just really messed up the start. The 11 was up in front of us. Okay, so he came back towards the end there. That was the 2 positions we ended up getting right off the start. Because the 3 car didn't get on the gas quick enough. I just slotted in behind the 9 car, and I think the 11 got loose here into turn 1. He should have slotted in behind the 2 car at the bottom, but he didn't. And then I think he went to go get on the gas, got loose there. Luckily, he kept it up there. Nice. Nobody wrecked. What happened to this dude? He started in the pits. He literally just came out and left. Is that what happened? Like, he started in the pits. I guess he assumed there was going to be a big wreck or something. I don't know. Because he started way back there, didn't run a time. He smacked the wall and then just left, I guess. I don't know. What corner was this? 3? Yeah, this is going down backstretch. Okay. He just like overdrove it, smacked the wall, and he's like, I'm done. I don't know if he missed qualifying and missed the start. He was pushing it real hard there. Yeah, just smacks the wall, and he was done. But his lap didn't even count. So I'm guessing he sped off the pit road. Is that what happened? Let me see. I want to see his miles per hour when he was on pit road because he had a pretty far back stall. It's 60 miles an hour. He went to 61 there for a second before he hit the pit road line. No, he was fine. I don't know why his lap didn't count. Maybe he had an unsafe pit exit because his only race lap did not count. So I'm just trying to figure out why real quick. He might have just came up off pit road too early, like coming off his exit. He went up too early. I have no clue. Where's the blue cone? No, he went straight through there. I don't know why his 1 lap didn't count then. That's very confusing. Maybe because he came off pit road. I really don't know. And then who was the other guy that left? What happened to this dude? Something happened earlier in the race, I'm assuming. Oh no, people caught him, and he's going to the pits. Was he ever near people? I guess so. What the hell happened? I'm so confused at what happened with this guy. Like, he was running fine. Guy behind him got real loose. I don't know what happened to him. He just left. He was done. He was like, screw this. I'm leaving. Maybe he was running back there at that time. Oh, no, he was 12th, so he would have actually gained some iRacing being up here. But, hell, I don't know. I'll take that for this race. Where did I let the 3 car by? Because I think it was about there. Oh, no, this is where I got by the 9. 9 car got kind of loose. He got kind of loose off of 4. I had a huge run on him. Just dove it down low because I got to take the opportunity when I got it. When I got that big of a run, he decided to stay up there. Had a decent one in turn 1 there still. He really got close to me coming off of 2. He went real low there. I got a little loose. Oh, no, I didn't. Not there. I was thinking of a different time. But the 3 car ended up catching him and getting by him as well. And so did the 11, actually. So this guy just really fell off quickly. Oh, did he smack the wall there? Yeah, he smacked the wall there a little bit. That's how the 3 car got by him. Yeah, he just got stuck into the outside wall a little bit. He was giving the 3 the position anyways. And the 11 actually ended up taking advantage of the 9 as well, getting by him. 3 car was pretty quick there towards the end. What were my tires before I forget? 75 on the dot. I'll take that. And 83 on the rear. Not too bad, I feel like. Nobody was really saying their tires, no. How'd the 11 get by him, though? Did he make another mistake? Because, oh, he just went too high there in turn 1 and did the same thing. 11 got to his inside. He skimmed the wall. 11 car gets by him. 3 car caught me. He was just quicker. The last 2 laps I ran really well, though. I'm really happy with how well, the last lap and a half, I'd say. Because I was just not that good on these older tires. But the last lap and a half, I really backed up the corner enough and was able to run it pretty well. It got so tight on me there. He could have tried to dive it under me. He had enough momentum. I would have given him the spot. But he just like, I'll get it on the backstretch, I guess. But I think I actually had a decent turn 2 there. So nothing happened. Where did he get by me? I think it was the next lap. He gets right to me in those short shoots. Had a really good turn 2. He ducked under me. There's no reason for me to fight him and be on the outside going into the corner. Just let off a little bit, get right back behind him, and try to get right back by him if he makes a mistake, which he actually almost did. He almost did in turn 4 here, I'm pretty sure. I think he got a little loose, if I remember correctly. I probably don't. He was a little high. I stayed lower. He almost got loose into the wall. I had a pretty good turn 4 there, but 11 car was coming there at the end. Luckily, we were able to hold him off on the last lap. 9 car fell back to 9th. Damn, that sucks. He really burnt out his front right probably, or his back tire, because he was kind of getting loose a lot. But I'll take 6th place. That was a good race. Very happy with how that went. So let's go see what we end up getting out of this one. All right, results are in. Strength of field was 28.84, which is really good. That's a pretty good strength of field overall. 4th place actually had the quickest lap on lap 2, maybe because he had a little bit of the draft help, but third place car ran the same exact time. He might have had like the next decimal place over barely on him. I don't know, but we finished 6th. I'll take that. Gained 36 iRating, almost up to 3,500 on the oval side, which is awesome. We had a solid race though. Everyone was really fast for the most part. Everyone up here from like the 9 car up. Well, I don't know about the 13 because we were pretty far ahead of him. 9 car was fast like the first half of the race. He fell off the second half of the race, burnt out his tires, I guess. But 3 car was fast there towards the end. 5 smacked the wall there last lap, or last corner on the straightaway, so he lost a bunch of time to the 2nd place car. 1st place was just gone. He was absolutely gone. He has almost 7,000 iRating. Holy shit. Almost 6,900. Nice. But I'll take that. Almost up to 3,500 on the oval side. I'm almost to 42 or 40. I'm at like 41 something on the dirt side. I don't remember exactly what I am, but doing pretty well overall. Happy with how we ran here. NASCAR is not going here this season. They're going to the road course, like I said earlier, so might as well make our own Brickyard race happen. So very happy with how that went. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. Let me know how you guys do in your races this week as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next race.